Hey everyone, I'm going to be reviewing a video called Productive Day in the Life of a Software Engineer. Of course, he has to wake up with an alarm because he's being forced to work.
Alright, some people have asked me about my skincare routine before, so I'm just gonna go over it real quick. Right now, I just use the sunscreen lotion I got from Korea last year.
A sunscreen lotion. The Koreans especially are funny. They believe that the sun ages them. He's chatting and doing emails on the bus with Wi-Fi. Wow, great. You're exchanging man-made symbols with other people online. Awesome, man. No friends, alone, no family. Just exchanging man-made symbols with people. Just nothing. To be fair, schools, for example, have a lot worse garbage. Still, it's as if these software engineers get better food because you get fruits compared to noodles only with some kind of pancakes. So-called fresh and healthy food, that's what they would say. And then a burger, just some grain sludge with some cheese in between, and I guess meat, hopefully, which is always super overcooked, and some kind of green poisonous drink. It's a lot of fruit because you need to eat a lot of sugar if you don't eat enough animal protein and fat. I seriously appreciate the fresh fruits at work. I get it. And if it wasn't for the, what is it, blueberries, I guess, it wouldn't even be so bad. It's better not to eat anything with the skin on because you're getting all the pesticides, and blueberries are incredibly sprayed. If you eat stuff like melons and watermelons, where the skin, the shell has been removed, only the inside, it's really not that bad. In that sense, these people eat a lot better. Overall, of course, to actually sustain your energy and for your brain to properly work for this kind of job, this is not good at all. You need a lot of animal fat for your brain to properly work. Software engineers, or whatever kind of engineers actually, should be eating a lot of animal fat. Really just raw fat. There's a Red Bull, which is an energy, so-called energy drink, which would make sense because realistically, you can't really get energy out of a bunch of fruit and very little meat, cheese. Is that also an energy drink that he's grabbing? And now he's going to code. Again, type a bunch of man-made symbols into a screen. Yeah. It would be best to just destroy all of this, if it was possible. I'm leading an urgent front-end project. Wow. You're a warrior, a true leader. Think about it. That's the man of today. Eating some grain sludge with overcooked cheese and I guess some overcooked meat instead of raw meat and blood and organs, and then they go and sit in front of the screen typing in man-made symbols, and that's how they are leading. Instead of leading your family to hunt? Oh my god. I wish I could see what drink that is, but if it's an energy drink, then it just means that the diet's not working, and it can be. He's like a robot. The only good thing about this is, if there's not a lot of pressure, that he's probably making all right money. Hopefully he can retire sooner than most people, and that there's not a lot of stress. At least he's not working in some factory. In that sense, these kind of jobs are a lot better, except if there's a lot of pressure from the boss to finish a project or horrible co-workers. It can also be very stressful then, but if it's pretty chill, then this is actually a lot better than what most people do. But to call this being productive or him seeing himself as some leader is ridiculous. That's just stupid. What do they eat for lunch there? I see a bunch of green leaves. The food is a lot better than what most people get today at their workplace, at school, uni. For sure, right? Do you agree? Let me know what you think about it. In comparison, right? If you get meat, then it's some garbage meatballs stuffed with rice or something. Meat-wise, you almost get nothing good anyway. That looks alright. It's just funny that people actually get brainwashed to eat green leaves nowadays. That's really the funniest part, that people actually do this. That they brainwashed us so much to have food, which they give us, and then there's green leaves. Not only do they give it to us, the businesses have been brainwashed to distribute this garbage, but that we actually also take it. Yeah, but you're getting some good amounts of meat in you now at last. The green leaves you can just leave out. Absolute poison. Okay, Steve, what is it called? I want to look up what he's drinking there. I couldn't get it. What is that? Next to, yeah. I wonder if it's some kind of energy drinks or some kind of tea which also has caffeine.
Today is part of a recurring minimal meeting week for my org, which means we're encouraged to cancel all non-urgent meetings. I really appreciate this because it gives me extra focus time. I think minimizing time spent in meetings is crucial for...
He's eating dried mango, which has a lot of sugar. Yep. Yeah, he's really missing the animal fat. That's the biggest problem here. That's why the drinks and the sugar non-stop. I was trying to figure out what this is, which is why I zoomed in. It is a green tea. That's what I thought. Caffeine, no energy because of what he's eating. He wouldn't need any of this if he was eating enough animal foods in general, especially the fat. Oh wow, he puts on the sunscreen before he goes out because he's afraid of the sun. Oh my god.
Hello again, yes.
Look, the beautiful sunlight outside. And you're behind the glass and you have sunscreen on. Oh my god, man. So many skin issues that you can get like this. All the moles and everything. People who don't get sunlight very, very often get a lot of moles.
Okay, so I'm finally done working, but I just wanted to quickly touch on the topic of work-life balance and burnout. I think the answer is rarely...
Burnout? It's because of the drinks. That's what causes a burnout. Also, if you have a lot of stress, of course, that will also add to it. If you have a deadline.
To work more. That is the answer sometimes. It's necessary sometimes. Generally, it's more about how you manage your time and just boosting your productivity and your efficiency. Something that maybe people don't talk about much is managing expectations. I think oftentimes poor work-life balance is self-imposed. So either like you're trying to achieve a lot and you're kind of forcing yourself to work a lot to achieve it, or you're like not managing expectations.
Right, you have to force yourself to work a lot because nobody actually wants to work. You usually get tricked into doing it because you get told that you're going to get a lot of money out of it and you believe that money exists even though it doesn't. And then once you achieve your goal, you realize that it was all pointless. I get it. If you would ask me what the best jobs are to do, then I would say something similar to this. If he's earning a lot, then you save it up and then you retire. Even if it's stressful, if you gotta do something, then do something where you will earn a lot. Or if you're never getting that kind of a job anyway, then just do a low-paying, not that you should aim for a low-paying job, but probably it's going to be a job where you just do nothing, such as some receptionist, where you just sit or even lay back all day long. Some kind of security guard in a booth where you just sit on your phone all day or do whatever and just check something here and there. Those kind of jobs, if you can't get any better and you know that you're going to be working your whole life, would be the best. Either very low stress jobs or stressful jobs where you earn a lot and can just retire.
So when it comes to burnout and staying productive, I think it's important to just do things that make you feel good. I think it's important to focus on
Right, you should be doing what makes you feel good. Work doesn't make you feel good, which is why the rest of the day should be spent with whatever makes you feel good, which naturally for a man would be reproducing, for example, which probably isn't the case for him, which means that he's not much of a man. If you would be productive, then you should be reproducing, but you're not productive. You just type man-made symbols. Again, I get it. In slavery, people gotta do something. That's all fine. But then at least spend the rest of your time doing something productive, useful. Because working is completely unproductive. It doesn't get any more unproductive. You're a slave, working for a boss, the company, whatever. You're always a slave. You're working for somebody else. You don't want to do it. It's slavery by definition. Then at least be productive outside of work, because seeing as work cannot be productive, you have to do anything that you actually can as a man outside of it. Be productive by hunting, reproducing, getting good food, whatever is possible. But what is it even in the back there? Some kind of movie? No, wait. Is it video games? And books or something? Or some collector items? Some kind of garbage. That's what his life is outside of work. That's the problem. He's never productive.
Physical and mental health. For me personally, physical activity is really important, so I try to do whatever.
As you can see in my vlogs, hopefully, physical activity, what is he talking about? Working out?
I can. I work out about 3 times a week. I go on hikes some.
That's dumb, man. Oh my god, you're adding to your burnout. If your job is already stressful, which is what it sounds like, that's beautiful, by the way, nice place, then working out simply adds more stress to it. Working out is seen as extreme stress, meaning that you're really adding to the burnout. And then you have the energy drinks. If you would simply switch to eating a lot of animal fat and meat, ideally organs, even brain for your brain, eat like your Asian ancestors always said, up until very, very recently. Funny. He's eating green leaves now. Man, your ancestors would be laughing at you. What are you doing to yourself? And what is this life even about? What a joke of a life, really. You can't even be more unproductive. Anyway, my point is that he should change his diet and he could stop drinking those so-called energy drinks, adrenalizing toxic drinks. And he needs to stop working out also, for sure. If your job is already stressful, you need to eliminate all stress from your life. It's just absolutely dumb to then still go to a gym.
Times, and also I was recently sent the A1 Pro from Walking Pad, which you might have seen something similar before, but it's basically just a treadmill for walking. Most people use...
Oh my god, a treadmill for walking, I can't. Who thought of this? Who bought it? What is this stupidity? You gotta laugh about the people who also ride a bicycle on the spot or run on the spot. You could even in some scenarios understand why you would be using the treadmill to run. Not that I would ever recommend it or see it as anything beneficial. It's just that if you're brainwashed enough to do it anyway, and it's really strongly snowing outside, I get it. But to walk, you can always walk. And it's a million times better to be out in nature and to walk. And you seem to enjoy being in nature. I don't get this whatsoever. I could understand everything in some way, but this is incomprehensible. Walking inside, literally there's trees outside, just go for a walk in your neighborhood.
Use it like while they work, they put it under their desk, but I usually use it for watching TV.
Yeah, but why? You said that you're having problems with your energy, as if you're experiencing a burnout. A burnout really just means that your adrenal glands and other organs are giving up, meaning that you're producing too much adrenaline in your life, which comes from stress. The green tea that you drink produces adrenaline. That's what your adrenal glands are there for. But you're not supposed to have stress day in and day out. It's a survival mechanism for when there's danger. It's as if you're putting yourself in danger every day by being a slave to the company, by drinking those drinks, and by working out or walking. If you gotta work, which is stressful enough, it's so-called mental stress for your brain, which is very stressful, it can be for sure, then you shouldn't be walking on top of that to stress yourself even more. If it's for a very long time, if it's uncomfortable.
Because it's harder for me to focus personally while I'm working on the walking pad, but I find it to be very helpful for days when I'm too lazy to go to the gym, but
Yeah, lazy means not wanting to work, not wanting stress. That's the definition of lazy. Why would you then do anything? Then you're going against your own senses. And this guy's a slave, just by definition.
Still want to get some exercise in while watching TV. So there's the, I guess, physical part.
You can do your advertisements, but you can also do it in an annoying way.
But aside from that, I think mental health is really important. So vacation's important.
Just rambling about some things I do for fun. Okay, yeah, whatever. Why do you even type that? It's as if he types for his job so much that he feels like he needs to type that for the video. Who cares? We already get what's going on. This guy's just obsessed with typing man-made symbols for no reason.
I recently went on a LA trip. I made a vlog about it actually, and it turned out pretty good.
Can an LA trip really be vacation? Not really.
I think maybe check it out if you're interested in that. Yeah, taking time off is important, and then, you know, just hanging out with friends. For me, I like to play board games a lot, so I try to schedule a night here and there to play board games with friends. It's a good way to relax, but also it's a very, I find that it's a very...
Yeah, it's not because of the board games, it's because of the community. You like spending time with your friends, which relaxes you. It's anti-stress, it's good for you. Yeah, be around people, play with them, have fun.
Mentally stimulating way to socialize. I also got some figures recently. I ordered these on eBay. They're from Kaiju number 8.
Yeah, that's what it looked like. He has some kind of items which he's collecting. A very super typical sign of an empty life. Essentially depression. No purpose, no meaning in his life. Collecting man-made toys for no reason. Just nothing, it's just emptiness. Yeah.
8 is a pretty popular, recently released anime. This is what they would have in...
You need children, man. What do you not understand?
Like the Japanese gacha machines, but I just ordered the set off of eBay because, well, I'm not there. Sometimes it's actually cheaper to just order the whole set because, you know, the gacha machines are pretty random. I also actually worked on revamping my personal website, and I did it with the help of Claude AI, and it was pretty fast. I was basically able to swap out the frameworks, the UI component frameworks I was using, and also restyle the whole thing in like a couple hours probably. So that was pretty cool. So yeah, to summarize, get better at managing expectations and do things that you enjoy. Be happy.
The ending was funny. His biggest problem is that he doesn't eat what he's naturally supposed to eat, which is why he doesn't have the energy. And that's why he ends up drinking those toxic drinks, which is adding to his burnout. It seems like his job is also at least somewhat stressful. Mental so-called stress can be very bad. It can be worse than even going to a gym. It just depends on how bad the pressure is from people. And then of course also the problem is that he works out, which adds more stress to his life, and his adrenal glands will burn out even quicker. This guy is running on a lot of adrenaline and cortisol for sure. He's not biochemically well. He looks exhausted, not as severely as some people that I review, but you can for sure tell that the job is too much. It would be probably fine if there's not a lot of pressure, if he would simply change his diet, stop working out, spend more time with his friends, find a girl, create a family, have children. If it's a well-paying job, then you can feed your children good food. It really isn't that bad. It's just that he's making it so bad. He's really making his life as bad as possible, even though it doesn't have to be like that. Really, he can see himself as somewhat privileged. Really, he could just be sitting there typing. If it's not too complicated and too stressful, it's a lot better than most jobs today. Of course, as I said, you shouldn't be doing this long term. You shouldn't be connected to electricity and all of this technology. It will pull you in and never let you out. I'm serious. It's sad that men like him actually believe that this is a productive day. And we can assume that that's how most of his days are. To be productive as a man, you would need to be producing children. You need to reproduce. How else can you produce anything? The most important thing that you can produce as a man and a woman, of course, is children. There's nothing else. Offspring. That's what will make you happy. Of course, if you eat garbage, firstly, that's not going to happen. And secondly, it's not going to make you completely happy. It's not fulfilling enough. You need to also be eating natural food. If he would also switch up his diet and find a girl to produce babies, then he would actually become somewhat productive. Ideally, hunt your own food. That should be possible. In Seattle, you have large forests. I don't know how the laws are there concerning hunting, but it's probably doable. Get enough money, move out to a forest, get a house somewhere in nature, hunt your food, teach your children how to hunt, create a lot of children, be actually productive as a man. I could understand using this kind of a life as a bridge to a natural life. Not that you can get out of slavery, but as far away as possible from it. You use the money to buy a house in nature, you produce a family, and then you live happily ever after. But if you actually see this as a productive life, then your life is over. Thanks for watching.